So I had to give it a couple days, you know. There's a lot globally happening currently. It's a lot. Like a lot. Like a lot. You know, we usually track the energy between the eclipses, right? Hold on. Angels, ancestors, and guides, you know your places. Thank you. Archangels, you know your perpetual posts. Thank you. Mother, Father, thank you. So always protect me in the channel. And the information that comes out, allow it to be truthful, let it be clear and concise. Thank you. Clear. Somebody's name's Clear. All right. Yeah. Hey. The transits are intense. It's a lot going on. Stay grounded. Stay protected. You know, just a strong heads up. The the eclipse, right? The energies. It's a lot. That's all I can say. It really is a lot. And less is more right now when it comes to spouting off. There's a lot of pushback right now. So compassion really should be the guide stone, folks. Okay? Five of Wands, Ten of Wands, Five of Swords, World. Okay? Don't feed into the fear mongering, the war mongering, because there's a lot. There's a lot of weird stuff. And it's happening globally. It really is happening globally. And so be kind, be compassionate, be loving, be neighborly. Like I was fortunate enough to go to a community gathering and people I hadn't really seen in the better part of a year, and it was just so refreshing. It really was. It is just like, oh man. And people from every walk of life, like, and I love that. And that's again what we should be pulling together on our community, the people we love, um, without extremes. Okay. So just be mindful. Be you know, be cautious, be considerate, conscientious. Don't add to the hate. There's enough people doing that. Don't do that. Ah, right. This energy of being excited by and happy by and rejoicing at someone's demise, that is tragic. Now, it's Piscean energy, 12th house, Libra energy, and so the cards are saying it's small potatoes, right? Because we're dealing with universal law, causality. We need to heal, okay? We really do need to heal. As a nation, as a world, all of that. Like heal the world, make it a better place. That energy, right? I will say, the spiritual energy I feel from that is very much, if it were going to be something strange and outlandish, at least it was for a worthy cause. That's not my energy, okay? Ten of Swords is here. This man was too intelligent not to know what was coming in terms of cause and effect. It was simply just a matter of time because of the how big and widespread. So there are some changes coming down the pipe as a result of this. Okay? Like, it's very clear here. It's very, very clear. Page of Wands, Three of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Justice. There's the Queen of Swords. There's the companion, now a widow. Knight of Cups, Two of Cups. They're working. Listen, they've already asked her to be the widowed martyr. Okay? Like, this is tragedy is being utilized as political spin. There's a lot of money on the table here, but this collaboration, this alliance, it has already happened. It has already happened. Utilizing people's grief to spur them into activism and again, cloaked because the goal is civil unrest. Look, Five of Wands, World, Two of Wands yet again. The seeds are being planted right now by this female. Don't be used, y'all. Please see the big picture. And the energy I'm getting, I'm right. I'm fucking right. I'm fucking right. Listen, yeah, sure. It was, premeditated. Definitely sold out. He was set up by much bigger factions. He couldn't keep the devil out of his house. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. What a horrible, horribly wicked woman. Wait, you gonna see. You absolutely gonna see. Because how everything's getting ready to play out, it's gonna be blindingly clear. Fool. Son. Anyway. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for allowing that to come out. I'm open to receive other messages that serve the highest and greatest good of the all. Thank you. Alright, let's move forward. Why am I hearing Green Day? I walk alone. My shadow. Anyway. Wow. Interesting. Somebody sees that or they perceive you as doing better than them. And they're hoping you could, bless them a little bit. This could be a very new acquaintance for somebody. Hey. This is crazy. I don't condone this. This could be somebody you work with, or something like that. Somebody about to try to ask you for money. Can you help me out? I need a helping hand. You better think long and hard on that. Long and hard on that. Priestess. There's somebody who's been like, yeah, I was hanging around, watching you. Interesting. I was getting, right before I shuffled the cards, because it was the Page of Swords and the Emperor. And so this person could be connected. For some of you, I want to say your child's father. Or for those of you who don't have kids, even like your father or even your boss. Like this could be like you know how nepotism, they hire their own children even though they don't know what the fuck they're doing. It could be something like that. Yeah, but this is definitely work related. And it's like, I know you want to keep the peace, but you know, everybody go through hard times. You know, the will topsy turvy, temperance is like just something like that. If you think, I don't know, you might really think this person is a friend to you or something like that, or y'all are closer than you're not, and something like that. Eight of Swords. It's funny enough, right? I'm also getting the energy of someone who is energetically projecting and trying to plant seeds of negativity in your headspace. They're trying to trick you into needing them. This is their little plan. Three of Pentacles. You know this already. They're trying to change your view on the world, your optimism, you know what I mean? All of that, right? Because the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. They want you to need them. And so they're trying to cause energetic headwind to make it more difficult for you. That's interesting. Confirmation. Ten of Cups, see? Okay. This person's afraid. Listen, maybe this person's in the friend zone, but they're afraid of, somebody coming towards you, right? Moon, Knight of Cups. See what I mean? Super Save a Hoe energy. Here I come. The universe is going to make you whole. I don't know what's going on right now, but the universe is going to make you whole. I see that. Keep your faith. Keep your optimism. Keep walking in that energy. Because that's why, yeah, look, I just saw it. The Two of Pentacles and then the Magician. Like somebody is literally trying to use their willpower, right? Their influence. Like, seriously. On like a spiritual level. Look. Magician, Three of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. And they keep watching to see if it's working. I don't think it's working. Somebody told them, look, rebuke that shit. Rebuke it. Look, the angels is telling you, hold tight. They say sunshine in the morning. Three of Cups. Sun. Right. Ace of Swords. Just know, this energy is coming from somebody who, there's unrequited feelings is what I'm getting. Yeah, because there's a lovers. Maybe at one point in time y'all were. And they're doing all sorts of wicked shit. But you peep, spirit peep. Spirit got you. And they gonna get their lick back. Spirit gonna get their lick back. Yep. Well, that's diabolical. So don't be surprised if somebody start having issues on their job. Because now the Hierophant is right here. This person could be working with a really potent practitioner. Somebody see your future. And they trying to hold back. Look, didn't I tell you? Devil, Ten of Pentacles. Look at this shit. But a whole community's motherfuckers. Thinking somebody's slow. They do a lot of transit, traveling back and forth. There's the Eight of Cups to the fourth. Look. Somebody wants trapped in a situation with them. And they done spend a pretty penny to make it happen, Captain. But look, the Chariot be like, I think not. Yeah, but they're really giving it all they got. They're trying to apply as much pressure to this Empress as they can. They a little soft because they keep waiting to see if this shit working. Right? And you look, you fighting the shit out this dark work. You fighting it. Ooh, somebody in regret. Because they done came up against a chosen Ace of Cups energy. Fool. Surprise, bitch. Surprise. Look, we are victorious. Look at your protection. Your protection. It's undefeated, bitch. Like, no. It is undefeated. Look how they alchemizing it. It's just recharging your battery. So you're looking youthful. You're definitely looking very, very youthful as a result of these attacks. Just so you're aware. So if all of a sudden you on that Benjamin Button, look, say thank you for the energy. It's so wise. Knight of Cups. Yeah, because before they send, you aging backwards. Look, they think they sneaky. They ain't being sneaky shit. They dropping shit. Ace of Swords. Right. Sprinkling little shit. Man, please. So if you've been cleaning more and doing shit, you already know your spirit like, sound the alarm. Right. Because look, you really ain't no joke. You really ain't nothing to play with, Ace of Cups. Yes. Yes. You're going to have your vindication. I just saw justice. Yeah. They could put it out, but they can't take it, can they? Remember, you can dish it, but you can't take it. Okay. So, now that you know, I already told you the outcome of the situation. It's actually helping you, look, bring in manifestations and abundance rapidly. Told you, you really are stronger than whatever the hell they're trying to send to you. That's funny. Look, these dark practitioners, I just saw the Four of Pentacles. They should stop. Ooh, no, they should really stop. They should stop. Ooh, they should stop. You still doing death spells? Alright, stupid. Karma. Right, yeah. You and your little cronies. You see the High Priestess is sitting here, right? She came out real quick, real early in this. Got an angel right here, right next to the wheel, right? Got the chariot and the hangman. You understand the type of insight, knowledge, and access to spiritual understanding and the capacity to tap into universal knowledge that this person has? That's what I'm getting. That's why you don't need to know. You just know. When I move, you move. That's the connection between spirit and this high priestess or high priest. Y'all be doing too much. Just out here reckless. Really trying to set somebody up that truly lives by faith. Like absolute faith. But they done been through too much. So, they don't really believe in that sort of destruction. And they have been reborn after 10 swords. So you're plotting and planning, right? And trying to get somebody to take this stupid cup, like the bait, like the spiritual bait, to engage with you. And they literally sit there until spirit summons them to go where they need to go, to where they need to act. It's not like that. You want to fuck around and deal with these fallen fucking devils and go for it. But the person I'm talking to understands why they're here, why they portaled here. Like, they not new to this, they true to this. Surprise. They funny. You see dead people? That's funny. That's funny. That's really, really. But I feel like more so spiritually dead than physically dead. I try to really guard all the portals and gates of my essence, my being, from unnecessary trauma. We don't focus on anything wicked. Can't do it. My third eye be like, turn it off! Turn it off! Shit's funny, sorry. Look, Ace of Swords. I'm not kidding. They said double down. She know what she's saying. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. That's cool. This is a very spiritual message for someone. You have three female ancestors who are very proud of you. That's funny. Hold on. Okay. I feel like that's the energy of making a way out of no way. Look, that's interesting. But I also get the sensation with this that there was some sort of financial hardship that was necessary. Because justice is here in the upright. My cards are not in reverse. Y'all see me be OCD making sure they're not. I feel like all of that, right? Because there's many different types of abundance, right? And people often focus too often on financial abundance. It's that's super duper important. It really is. But, like the things I was just saying, community, togetherness, that's abundance in its own right. Having like a common table and people contributing and just little things, but it makes a huge difference in the richness and fullness of life. We are social beings, and we don't have to be social beings in echo chambers. It brings about more compassion when you have people from different walks of life to be able to just chill. You know what I mean? Like, and respect, and there's a time and a place for everything. Just learning to read the room of life, if you will. Okay, Holy Spirit. There's some sort of regret, grief. Oh, okay. So if somebody was targeted, right? And that's kind of what it's feeling like. Like somebody might have targeted your finances, divine feminine energy, and they were celebrating, right? And I feel like it took more than one of them to facilitate whatever, okay? They were, look, manifesting and ending. Right. They wanted to see you struggle. Like, seriously. Ten of Wands. But I just feel like people were being used to do this. This feels more like a Job season. Financial loss, grief, sadness, all of those things. And so someone could have had some sort of false sense of like, hey, we did that, I did that, da 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 da. That's not what it was. Like, if you're being trialed like Job, right? Then that's just what it is. You're being, look, as I say, if you're being tried like Job, remember? Oh, he'll crack. He'll blaspheme you. Da 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 da. So anybody who's an open conduit to this sort of low vibrational energy, they were just used. It's your demonic attachment. Yeah, whatever you allow in your body. Interesting. Okay. There's recovery from this. Interesting. Funny enough. For some of you, this is a result of some energetic exchange, a sexual encounter, and you mix your energy with somebody who was not on the right frequency. See? Two of Cups. That's what I saw. I was going to wait for it to come out. Right. Look. Regaining or losing control. Mastery. choices, responsibilities, myth, and secrets. See what I mean? I feel like very deceptive energy. Although I feel like you got rid of this, like you blocked this person out. And look, if they was a part of something, because look at this shit. The light worker card is still sticking out. And you got the nine of swords, Hierophant, right? And then the Queen of Wands. So this makes me feel like you were targeted. This person could have been a sun sign Aries. Yeah, but you definitely like halted any more engagement. Is that what that looks like? Yeah, Devil showed up. There's strength. But yeah, there's a cabal. Right. They want you to remember that lesson. I feel like you learn how to move also. King of Cups comes out. There could be a very charming, romantic type of energy. Yeah. Coming towards you. I don't... Oh, hold on. I would not engage with this individual. I'm just telling you now. It'll be even worse. So remember that it's more than you need to exercise self-control. But you definitely need to like learn that lesson. Seriously. This person could actually have you on their mind right now for some reason or another. I'm looking at the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. The Empress is not manifesting the King of Cups. She's not. Just know that. Like, you're not. I feel like you're about to be restored. If this was done unjustly, yeah, some of you had to learn how to be penny wise. Yeah, man. Be cautious, okay? It's something very familiar about the energy. This breadcrumbing, serpentine. Because I'm looking at the Knight of Wands came out. Here's the Knight of Cups, right? There's the Ace of Cups, right? The Devil, and then there's that light worker card. This energy, they're drawn to your light. Those of you who know you have this sort of supernatural glow, that is your auric field. It is visible. Like you just shine. Like it doesn't matter. You ever see people in pictures and everyone's like attractive, but some people like they just shine, and it's not the humidity or it's not sweat, it's not lotion. It's like built-in Korean beauty, like glass skin. But even if the skin's not perfect, the energy is like that. These people sense it. They want to extract it. They're drawn to it. So these entities will like kind of body hop, and it'll morph into whatever you want it to be in that moment. Hence this King of Cups energy, but it can switch up on you. Two of Pentacles, Temperance. Like, no. Read the energy. Know your energy. Also, test the spirit also of that individual. Believe something the first time. They didn't misspeak. That's a red flag. Run. Abort. Yeah, the power and like that shit just emanate from you. They be looking for that shit. Never dim your light, but learn to cloak your energy. Make sense? Hey. Mm-hmm. Call on your angels, your archangels for protection. You know, put a white light shield of protection around you. Like I said, don't dim your light, cloak your energy, hermit energy. This is something that you need to work on. You might actually need to do some deeper studies. Got your little ass. I gotta use a diatomaceous herb. Mm, mm, mm. That's why it don't make sense to buy expensive soil. It really don't, y'all. Because no matter what, you're gonna get them fucking gnats. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You about to be fully restored is what I'm seeing. Regardless if you had a Job season, everybody had a part to play. You're still going to be riding very high. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Somebody in your family, you've had thoughts about this person being pregnant. They probably pregnant. Okay, just want to tell you that. So, thank you, Holy Spirit. Don't feed into any worries, fears, anxieties again. Okay, this is a trick of the devil trying to get you to manifest negativity. They can rob you of your blessings by believing the hype. There's a thief that's got caught by the justice system. I see that too. And red-handed, by the way. Okay. Okay, so this very charming, charismatic energy, King of Cups energy, they don't have to be necessarily a water sign. But I'm getting this is a cusp energy, Aquarius and Pisces. Right. You know that you should not take this from this person. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I also feel like you're doing a good job. Get the rest of these cards out here. You definitely got somebody trying to block your love life and any new future partnerships. Like they don't want you to receive any offers of love. Like not even joking. This person watching you and what you got coming in so they could mess it up more than you watching. This is a Leo from your past, potentially your childhood. Doesn't have to be masculine. That's wild. Hold on. Okay. Look, I told you it's love work. It's swords. See what I mean? You being it's gonna be balanced out. Oh shit. This person's been sending death towards all areas of your life, and it's being transmuted. So thank your angels. You know what I mean? Because you really look. Saw the two aces now. Look, page of wands, page of cups. So they're trying to hold you back, and I mean they are doing some serious dark shit to do it too. Ooh, that shit gonna backfire. Tower to the magician. Okay. Everything in their life is going to be laid to rest. There's a serious karmic blowback. That's wild. 444. I'm sorry. 444. These are angels. Not even joking. Angel strength is already out here. See, here's the thing. You've elevated beyond whatever this person's doing. And that's why this fool is here, right? And so this chariot, right, wasn't even necessary in order to put a halt. It's a moot point is what I'm getting. Um that's interesting. That's interesting. So your everything is still coming to you the way it's supposed to. Ace of Cups, but all that energy, all that work, it has to go somewhere. It's going right back to the sender. Two of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Judgment. It's got to go somewhere. And when you hear about this person's tragedies, 10 swords, right? Because again, every area of your life has been targeted. You'll know why. It's payday for this person. I just saw the 8 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. And they keep waiting and watching and waiting and watching. And this person has rejected their own gifts, their own abilities, their own development of their spiritual talents. Hierophant strength here. This person ended their own journey, their own process of spiritual maturation with, I'm just going to say, the light side of life. When they entered into this contract with this devil, their spiritual ascension is null and void now. Again, what you lose on earth is what you lose in heaven. Right. They made a decision, to do that. There's a Tower. Wheel of Fortune. It is what it is. They spun the wheel of fate. They took their destiny into their own hands. They didn't go along with God's plan. They decided, I'm going to veer left, I'm going to veer right, I'm going to exercise my free will and do this. They had their own shit. They sure did. But they didn't really feel like they got enough. They feel like they were jit, that they didn't receive equal measure or portion as you collective. And instead of waiting and growing and going through the spiritual process of ascension and the deep knowledge that comes from that, it's not quick. They took matters into their own hands. It is what it is. Like, you can study the mystery schools and learn about everything. Doesn't mean that you take oaths, that you pledge allegiances to things. And it is what it is. They thought you were doing better than them. You looked better than them. 6 of Wands, Queen of Wands. You got more attention. You got more views. You got more likes. You did something that stood out to them in a prominent position, and it put a target on your back. Why them, not me, is the energy that this person has. You have that godly light in you. Yes, definitely said that. It's a shame, but their own bitterness, 3 of Swords, hindered their own progress. Chariot. Like, they took a horrible, horrible gamble. This is somebody who shows fake love. They're cool as long as they have some sort of advantage or perceived advantage. There's some hidden animosities here. Look, because you went on about life, right? Eight of Cups, Ace of Wands. You went on your spiritual journey. You went on the walkabout of life. You allowed spirit to take the I cannot stress that enough. You know exactly who this person is from your past. Yes, you do. And they had a nasty mouth back then. You know, they look, spying energy to see if their bullshit magic is working. Look, 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 look. Same King of Cups energy. Page of Swords, right there. Knight of Wands, King of Cups. So there's energy. There's some back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it's like Saturn's getting bigger and bigger and bigger behind them. The karma's stacking up and stacking up. And they feel it. Nine of Swords, Tower. Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. They were been told to knock it off. But they did too much. Ten of Wands. But no. They thought they really had power and the authority to best you. And this person, they know something about what's coming towards you in the future. As I say that, look, Chariot, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Wands. See those three wands? They know. They're watching. Because, you know, people be spiritually spying and doing readings on you with no authority. So they know the blessings of abundance and prosperity that God has, you know, on the way for you. The new beginning. Spirit is personally overseeing this leg of your journey. Not saying that Spirit's not there, but it's like, you've got a friend in me. Like, you know, Toy Story type energy. Look, not a joke. Not a joke. Strength Hermit. You over here, hierophant strength, sitting at, like, yes, Daddy, what do you need? What's the lesson today? What's the plan? Like, you've been over here engaging in high-level spiritual warfare, you know, out on them astral fields doing God's work. And you got this person tiptoeing around in the background trying to take, I guess it's a King of Pentacles type energy from you. Like, keep that person from coming towards you, get you to miss the opportunity, the encounter. Look, cut it together again. Ace of Swords, High Priestess, exactly. Your intuition been tough. I feel like you might have been trying to ignore it because you don't really deal with these people no more. Don't ignore it. You can't miss this because all roads are going to lead to where you need to be is what I just saw. So don't even worry about it. You ain't been worried about it. This bitch not sneaky. They've been lying and they about to be exposed for the liar that they are. Absolutely. And it's going, when I say it's going to shatter every part of how they live, the community they're attached to, the family, like it's going to cut and lay them so bare there's no recovery from it. This is how you destroy your circle. Like, this is what this looks like. Person. See how strength is here to overcome the devil? Like, man, this is a nemesis energy. Whether you knew it or not. You see, you Eight of Cups, Ace of Wands. So you went forward, not really thinking about the past, healing, forgiving, moving forward, progressing. And then people be pondering and holding on to feelings and shit. All the things they could have did. Five of Cups, Seven of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Devil, Ten of Swords, Hierophant, Empress, Two of Cups. That's why we saw the Emperor. Really. It's a shame. Ain't working with somebody. It could be a Sag. They're going back and forth. There's an unholy union down here. And I feel like it only happened to come against you, collective. People will knock you off your horse so bad. Look, Tower. God's stepping in. They have to. Right. And so they sent some sort of destructive force, which I said they did, because every area of your life has been targeted. Like, that's what this feels like. Listen, I have 6 cups here, 4 cups. That's 10 cups. Like, it's crazy. Every type of, you know, a blessing and da-da-da-da-da-da, you know, good fortune, family, da-da-da, all of it. Each one of those cups has a very particular connotation. Look, and it's so funny how this looks, right? This is you minding your business under the tree, right? Trying to gain some fucking enlightenment, minding your business, like trying to meditate. And you got somebody like, here, take the cup. You're like, I don't want the cup. You got these 3 cups representing your friends and shit like that. There's distance between you. And so it's like everybody feels some kind of way because you want to sit under the tree and gain some enlightenment. You want to grow. You want to be more connected to spirit and develop your faith and all of that. But, you know, they feel some kind of way because you over here minding your business under a fucking palm tree. It don't make sense. And so it's being blocked. Because they can't let you go. Right? They stuck on you. So they want to control you and try to manipulate your life because who the fuck do you think you are? Man, whatever. Right, like I said, all roads are going to lead to the encounter that needs to happen. Because like I keep saying, an Empress cannot, by default, like a high vibrational match is not any other king or knight or anything. It's always going to be the Emperor. That is her match. Just because a King of Cups comes along and you're pulling cards on yourself and you're showing up at the level of life where you're an Empress energy, why would you ever entertain, seriously entertain someone in that space, right? Okay. And it's not a disrespect to them. It's just what it is. You should want to be with someone who is a energetic match to you, and that way the relationship has real potential to be successful. Anyway, you have a lot of spiritual protection. Not just right now. It's been amplified, increased. Look, they're here. You done called on some other worldly forces. They are here. Yeah. In the flesh, by the way. This is someone, like somebody tried to steal something from you and it was stopped. That could have been that thief energy that we picked up on. Somebody got caught red-handed. Like red-handed in the act. See? 7 of Swords. Like somebody got caught. Now they crying for mercy from the justice system. This could have been like some sort of transaction, some sort of person to person, and they got caught. And they lying about it. Yeah, the authorities have rejected that bullshit. Look. You are verifiable, Empress. Yeah. Anyway, I have to leave this here, guys. I hope this helped you. Be on the lookout for what we discuss. Light and love. If I have time later, I'll come back and do another one. Bye.